Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
Funny thing about love is you never really know when it's coming, but you better believe you'll know when it's there. True story. I must have been searching, though I wasn't looking for much. Checking out the scene, wasn't trying to get my numbers up. You know I keep it cool. I prefer to stay in the cut. Don't want no attention on me when I'm trying to shake the blues up off me. But then I saw your face, it caused my heart to race. Girl, you're looking like $1,000,000. Something about the way you strut your stuff. Oh, girl, you're fine as you wanna. What I'm supposed to do? Something told me got time to lose. Go ahead and bust a move. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And if it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Fall back just a little. Don't wanna lead you on. Don't wanna push a feeling and make the feeling gone. You see, I got your number, but still I ain't used the phone, no. I let it breathe for a minute, baby. Next thing I know, you call. Damn. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure it's what you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Funny thing about love, when it comes and goes, you never know. So you gotta keep your heart exposed, and you can be sure there's no cause and no cure. And when it wants you, oh, it'll come and find you. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you never know when it's coming, but you sure know it when it does. Yeah. One thing I know about love, you might get what you ask for, so you better be sure.
Yo, what's good?
Hello. What's
Happy Wednesday.
What's going on? What's
Yep.
going on?
Listen, I apologize for us being late today. Y'all see we're in a different spot. The studio a little different today. We just wanted to switch it up a bit, and unfortunately with all of the equipment that we have, you know, we're not running this show off camera phones and iPad. So because of all of the equipment and things like that we have, it just took a little longer for us to get back set up. So I do apologize, but I do appreciate you guys for kicking it with us tonight. Welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin.
Mike.
And Ty.
And today we are talking about gaslighting. Ooh, and I did some research and some Googling, so I'm gonna break some stuff down for you guys because I want you guys to have understanding about what gaslighting is and what gaslighting looks like while we're having this discussion today.
Dope.
Because what people don't understand is when people think about, oh, you know, I was gaslit, you know, they think about relationships, and gaslighting goes so much further than relationships. Hell, my mama probably gaslit me most of my childhood.
Break it down.
So we're going to break this thing down. Thank y'all for joining us. Y'all ready, fellas?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah. Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
Yes, regardless of where we at, I just came here to win. But listen, there's something I do want to do before we get started, though.
What's that?
Like, before we even dive in anything, before we go into the show, fellas, there's something I have to do. It's important.
Okay.
All right. So, listen, I don't know if any of y'all know this, but our AP graduated from Wayne State University this past weekend.
That's what's up.
So I know she think that we wasn't paying no attention and we forgot, and that is 100% not the case because she means absolutely too much to us. We just decided that in pure JOO fashion, we was just gonna do it on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna sit up and not celebrate her, but in pure JOO fashion, we're gonna do that thing on the show. So I have a gift from the JOO family and a cake for our amazing AP that holds us down, that make sure we are on time, make sure we have everything we need. Man, she is 100 on our team. We appreciate the heck out of her. We so proud of her. We can't wait to go to her first movie premiere, see her name in lights. She taking us to the Oscars. I don't care what she says. Tell them she need extra tickets. We going to the Oscars. I cannot wait to see the amazing things that God has planned for her life.
Absolutely,
we are so proud of you, Angel.
So
we
proud.
love you so much.
Clap it up for that and some more horns.
So we gonna have her step on and come get her cake and her gift.
Don't fall.
There you go, baby.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, congratulations to our AP. And I had to do that before we get started with any conversations because I want her to know that we love her and we appreciate her. And we're very, very proud of her.
Definitely. Keep up the good work and congratulations.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all know we going to Brooklyn.
Definitely.
I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm excited about the road trip down.
TOBS.
Like, I'm excited about the event. I'm excited about all aspects of going to Brooklyn. I can't wait. I think it's going to be so much fun. I think it's going to be really good for Taste of Black Spirits, the expansion, and our brand, JOO's expansion. I think it's going to be amazing. So I am really, really excited. Yep. Cannot wait. So make sure if y'all can travel with us, if y'all can roll with us, y'all are in Brooklyn the 29th and 30th of June.
Yep. Coming up real soon.
And while we at it, fellas, y'all gotta beat. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for y'all to like, follow, share, subscribe. Make sure your mama watching, cause she need to know when these ninjas out here gaslighting too. Pastors can gaslight, parents can gaslight, and we're gonna talk about all of it. So make sure y'all like, follow, share, subscribe. It's that time. Let's
I don't know what's
get
about
it.
To play, but let's see. Hey, share that page. Come on.
Gon' share that page.
Yeah. Everybody.
Share that page. Gon' share that page.
On the east side.
Share that page. Gon' share that page.
On the west side.
Gon' share that page. Gon' share that page.
Not a big women.
Share that page. Gon' share that page.
The skinny girl.
Share that page. Gon' share that page.
All the little Wayne.
Share that page. Gon' share that page.
Not a third leg.
Share that page. Gon' share that page.
Right there before he
go any further. Before we go any further, we gonna stop that right there.
Yeah, just share the page.
Just
everybody
like, follow, share, subscribe. You know, whatever category you fall in, make sure you share.
He went down the list, didn't he?
The whole list.
Hey.
So listen, we talking about gaslighting tonight, and so I got to whip my phone out because, like I said, I did some gaslighting research.
Yeah, you got to explain that. I know we had Miss Ma'am on the show.
Yeah, we had Mara Hall on the
Hall
show, and she was discussing her book, and her book was partly about gaslighting as well. So I kind of wanted to deep dive into this. So from what I did in my research, there's 4 different types of gaslighting. Okay. There's outright lies, and the lies sow deep feelings of mistrust and doubt in the relationship. What people often find baffling in the boldness, ease, and frequency of the lies told by some gaslighters. Okay. So that's the first one.
So telling a lie is a gaslight?
I'm just telling you what the thing say. The second one is manipulation of reality. When someone constantly denies your experience or perceptions, you start to question what and how you remember something. That's considered gaslighting.
Oh, that's something women do all
the
the
third
time.
one is scapegoating. Scapegoating is assigning blame to someone else, and by doing this, taking responsibility and attention away from oneself. Usually it is to justify bad behaviors. This is done through nitpicking and criticizing the other. The result is the accused or scapegoat taking responsibility for things that aren't their fault, and the abuser feels that their actions are justified and their bad behaviors are thereby exonerated. And then the last but not least on gaslighting is coercion. Coercion is a spectrum of behaviors. It ranges from convincing somebody by using charm and seeming to be very caring. It can also be exerting pressure or being emotional and or verbally manipulative in order to get one's way. That's actually the one I believe that Mara was talking about on her book. That's the gaslighting she was talking about.
So being a player
is gaslighting. Yeah. See, but what I needed people to understand is one of the reasons I wanted to discuss this is because gaslighting shows itself in a lot of different relationships. It's not just, romantic relationships that gaslighting shows up in. Gaslighting, and when I made the comment about, I believe my mom, used to gaslight me as a kid, like, you ever had your mother say to you, like, she does something and she's and when she recalls it, she's wrong. And you're like, Mom, that's not how that went.
And she said,
and your mama look at you and be like, you calling me a lie? Your mama is gaslighting.
Oh, well. Yes, I'm calling you a lie, Miss Snowden. And the truth ain't in you.
So at that point, your mama gaslit you right then, because you sitting there now. You like, well, I mean, I wasn't. But you did. You are in fact lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling you a lie.
Here's the thing: it's like they know it, and then you're not gonna get an apology.
No.
So they can know that they're wrong, and you don't expect no apology. It's just like, well, I know for me, it was always like, well, I slapped you for something you were gonna do in the future.
Like, again, gaslighting. Again, what? How you pre-slap me? Because what's gonna happen is when I finally do something, I'm not gonna be able to be like, oh, you got your liquor already.
No, you gonna keep that.
You got your liquor.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, our parents used to gaslight us. Teachers would gaslight you. You know what I'm saying? Like, teachers will say little stuff like you ever heard, like, and I really hope this is not happening in today's society, because I'm going to beat the brakes off a teacher they ever do it to my kid. However, and I said it, and I said what I said, I'm going to beat the brakes off a teacher ever do it to my kid. But you know how teachers will be like, yeah, you ain't going to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? You going to grow up and end up working at McDonald's. You out here, first of all, you out here just killing this kid's self-esteem, and you gaslighting.
So, okay, so when you belittling somebody in hopes that they turn out different, or how is that different than, how is that different than just down shaming or downplaying somebody? Like, how is that like not just shaming? Why do we get to gaslighting?
I think the reason it becomes gaslighting is because most of the time when those situations happen, the teacher and the kid be done gotten to it anyway. Mm-hmm. And that's their defense. That's what they used. You know what I'm saying? At that moment, as opposed to dealing with the issue at hand, you immediately went to that. Mm-hmm. And then we got a comment from our girl Coco, and she says, I think 99% of our parents were professional gaslighters. And that is the truth. Mm-hmm. Like, I know for 100% certain my mother was a gaslighter.
I mean, it don't necessarily have to be a term that people should cringe up at, but I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. Like, to me, it was just normal activity. I knew not to call my mama a lie. Right. I knew when she was speaking, I wasn't supposed to speak. So where do
like
I knew that if I
no,
did,
but because when we were kids, they didn't have a name to it, and that's what that's what we're coming to now.
Mama was just right.
That
when she was wrong, she was right.
We're dealing with a lot of things have actual names to them now, and I'm not saying they didn't have names previously. I'm just saying that their names are more widely known now. Gaslighting is actually a thing now, and it didn't used to be a thing.
I just think that like as we go through, it's always like a new term that we use, and it's just like now everything kind of like
because everybody was narcissists.
Yeah.
Everybody was a narcissist. You're an asshole.
No.
You're not a narcissist. You're an asshole, and that is
First
completely
she was
different.
Toxic.
Yeah, you're right. It was toxic first.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think toxic was one that was overused, because I think there are a lot of toxic people out here, and not only are there a lot of toxic people out here, there are a lot of people out here that really, really, really need therapy, and they are just not going to get it, which makes them toxic. And they are continuing toxic behaviors.
Yeah, but it was still one of those hot button words
that
was
like
quite overused.
Fell under that. It's
but like I said, it went from toxic to he's a narcissist.
Yeah.
No, he's an asshole.
Right.
Like, he's not a narcissist. He's just a jerk.
Once that kind of then everybody had selective outrage, because Chris Rock now got everybody's on that selective outrage.
Run up on me with selective outrage and watch what happens.
So
I'm gonna give you some expressive outrage.
Right, like I didn't hear about gaslighting till it just became this thing on Instagram or on social media.
Right.
You seen all the they're gaslighting me memes and all this stuff, and then it was just like I still didn't know until you broke it down today. So like that's why I'm just like trying to soak it in. Like what all falls under gaslighting? Like what all falls under that?
And that's kind of another thing, because when I was doing the research about it, it's like it's a lot of stuff that can be considered gaslighting. So should y'all find another name for it? Because from what we read just now, that is a very wide spectrum of stuff.
Well, you got to go back to the first one. And did the first one say just basic lying?
Okay, let me go back. Let me grab my notes. Let me grab my notes.
You just
okay. I'm gonna read what it says, because I didn't go through what it says. It said outright lies. The purpose of lying here is to hide bad behaviors from a partner. The lies sow deep feelings of mistrust and doubt in a relationship. What people often find baffling in the boldness, ease, and frequency of the lies told by some gaslighters. Someone who gaslights you should be judged solely by their actions, because what they say is often untrue. That's what makes it gaslighting.
What?
So
a lie is untrue.
Well, no.
Yeah, but no, they are lying. The truth ain't in them.
What they're saying is they know that they beat people. They physical, but they gonna sit here and act like they gonna lie. Like, no, I don't hit. She
was a problem, and I never put my hands on you because you like, and then as soon as you don't make his bacon right, he done knocked you upside your head and gave you that two-step.
So it's like he or she. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, so he or she basically is like, no, like they in denial. They lying about the fact that I put my hands on.
We got a comment. Liars. We got a comment from Coco with something I didn't know. She says it comes from a play in 1938 where a man was trying to make his wife think she was mentally unstable. So
you manipulating her to think she crazy.
So that's actually the gaslighting that is more common. The gaslighting that's more common is the one where, because you won't take any responsibility for actions, or not even that you won't take responsibility, but because every argument or every discussion that you have with somebody, it becomes their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, you find a way to make it their fault, which in turn makes this person think they crazy. Like, they are completely losing it. Like, you sitting there and you done made it their fault. You done made it seem like they the bad guy. You done made it seem like they wrong. And they sitting up at night going, dog, like, I think I'm for real going crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people having mind battles and, people going through things. And it's because you literally have gaslit them to the point that now they can't trust their own thoughts. Like, okay, I know they were wrong. I feel in my heart they were wrong. I can prove they were wrong. However, they have all this evidence to prove that they were not wrong. And it's not really evidence. It's just...
They're just good lawyers.
They out here real good at this.
That's just like devil's advocate. Dude was putting the bad guys in jail. Then he started working for the defense and was getting guilty people he knew was guilty of these crimes, but he could get them off because he was just that good at convincing people. Like,
he was gaslighting
the whole movie.
we didn't even know it,
movie.
and he was gaslighting
And
the
he
whole
knew them
movie.
dudes was guilty. All of them. All them big shots.
He was doing his job.
It's
It's my job.
Is
to
gaslighting
get
not
you off.
gaslighting if you're just doing your job?
No. Because if I'm the defense attorney, my job is to get you off, whether you're guilty or not.
So Johnny Cochran was gaslighting the whole
He done gaslight
If
us
the
up. If the glove don't
don't
fit,
fit,
you must have quit. We know
And
he
everybody
choked that
like,
woman.
You know what? I ain't even think about that.
You know you got doggone right, Johnny. That glove didn't fit.
Like, nah, let OJ go. Knowing doggone well.
No, it doggone well. What you running for, oh? What you running for?
Gaslit.
We got
But
gaslit.
I don't know. I think, yes, I do believe that people gaslight. But I think that's another one of those terms that we overuse. We look at something somebody does and now they're gaslighting. Even though you could be somebody that's constantly wrong all the time. It's just because I'm pointing out your wrongness.
Tad, even a
don't mean
broke
I'm
clock
gas-
is right twice a day.
Okay, but maybe you ain't hit your twice a day yet.
You just wrong all
You
around.
just wrong a lot.
So
Just
if I-
because
so-
I pointed out a lot doesn't mean I'm gaslighting you. It just means
No,
you're wrong.
no, gaslighting is not pointing out when somebody wrong. It's you're wrong.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
instead of accepting and apologizing for your wrong, you find a way to flip it
Oh, okay. Okay.
and make me wrong.
Okay, so this is what I'll say. Gaslighters typically use the term, I'm sorry for how you felt.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I'm sorry you made me.
I'm sorry you feel that
I'm
way.
sorry you made me hit you.
I'm sorry you feel that
That's
way.
what
It's
they use.
gaslighting.
I'm sorry
Yes.
you feel that way.
Not you're wrong for what you
Right.
said,
Not-
or you're wrong for what you did, but you're sorry because I
feel that way.
bad and I'm upset that you're wrong. Like, how dare you?
Right.
You know what? Something else that gaslighters do. Gaslighters have a tendency to disregard their subject's feelings. You know, if you are gaslighting somebody, you have a tendency to disregard how somebody feels about a situation. You know, it's easy for you to be like, "Oh, that wasn't that serious," and you're like, you don't get to tell her how she feels about this.
So nonchalant. It's like, okay, so if
That's
I'm
not nonchalant, though. That's truly not accepting or caring about somebody's feelings. Like, Mike, if you hit me
Right,
and I tell you it hurt,
right.
and you look at me and be like, it ain't hurt, and I'm like, you can't tell me
Right.
I ain't even hit you that hard. We was gaslighting each other as kids. I ain't even hit you that hard, and I'm sitting here like, but it hurts. And you going, stop playing. I didn't even hit you that hard.
Stop being dramatic.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
It's more like I wanted her to be tough. I didn't want her to be like this weak, timid.
And guess what you did?
Oh, that's something else our
And
parents
guess what you
did.
started?
Like,
And guess what you
I didn't
made
want her
me?
to be the little cousin that just took it on the chin or just Robin was
And guess
small.
what you
But
made
no,
me?
that's something
And guess what
our-
you made me?
That's something our parents did. You know, they'll smack you in the face, you start crying, and they'll
Shut
be
up
like,
before I give
"Shut
you
up."
something to
Yeah.
cry. That was
Before I
gaslighting.
give you something to cry
That
about.
was gaslighting.
You just slapped me.
No, it was this for me. It was this for me. This whooping gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
The lies you
Let's
tell. Let me hit you with that belt.
Right.
Listen,
Belts.
my mom when we got to be teenagers, my mom didn't like make us drop pants and whoop butt. She used to be like, stick your hand out. So we stick our hand out. So one day I moved my hand and she swung that belt and she hit herself in the leg.
Ooh. No, so your mama did that to me one day, right?
She hit herself in the leg. I'm like, I know she was
She
mad.
gonna kill
You
you.
should have
She
said.
started punching
You
me
should have
in the
saw your
chest.
life flash
Dude,
before
I
your
moved my
eyes.
hand out the way.
The mistake I made with your mama was she did that exact same thing to me one day. Me and Marcus, I got in trouble. And she did that exact same thing to me. And this was at that point in my life where I had gotten tough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
y'all had accomplished y'all mission and I had become a hard ass. So she, put your hand out and I put my hand out. She hit Marcus first and he fall out. You know what I'm saying? He was, Mark was dramatic. Mark was dramatic. Like Mark fell out. She hit me and I looked at her. So she hit me again. I looked at her again. So now she mad. She hot. She ready to choke me. She was hot. However, she also knew that she could only go so far without having to fight with my mama about it. You know what I'm saying? Like she could only go so far.
Then she just get out.
You leave my house. Call your mama. Get out my
Get out.
Now, wait a minute.
But your mama was hot as fish grease that day. But she
was.
never whooped me after that either.
Wait, now y'all got whoopings by the hand?
No, that was later in life. That was after she done already did 1-800 choked at him.
This is
By the hand.
This was later in life. This was later in life.
But the hand though? Oh no.
We used to be wept up all up our arms and stuff, just wept up. But she tried it that one day, and I'm talking all her might, like she
That's why I moved my hand out the way. She hit that leg. She dropped that belt. She started hitting me in the chest. I said, I should have just took
Yo, mama looked at me. I looked at her like, look, we had a stare up. I just looked at the mark on the floor already.
Yeah. But no, he knew.
Yeah, he knew the roller. He was gaslighting her. Like, you don't need to hit me.
Don't need to hit me no more. I'm dead.
I'm done.
He was the smart one.
No, but that look, it was just like after a while, you just kind of got used to it. Like, I mean, and mom would do that too. This is the only woman I know stand about 6'1", get in your face with no teeth, no nothing in her mouth, and be like, "Do I look like a joke to you?"
Yes,
absolutely. I'm about to bust out laughing.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you are all in my grill.
She ain't got no wig on, no teeth. She got a moo-moo with no bra.
And don't gaslight me to ask me, do she look like a joke?
Do I look like a joke
yes,
to you?
Ma'am. Yes,
yeah, she was gaslighting. Because she didn't want you to tell the truth.
No, she
didn't.
You
don't want the truth.
Y'all got off easy hitting in the hand. No. My dad always used the belt, but he was just psychotic with it or whatever. My mom. Your daddy a psychopath?
No,
he would just play mind games when he would. He would only give you 3 licks.
Wait a minute, his daddy over here like, what's the dude on? Would you like to play a game?
Yep. That was my dad, but my mom, she was more of whatever she can grab, that's what you was gonna get. I got whoopings with belts, extension cords, the things you hook bikes up to cars with.
So wait,
hooks.
You did not get hit with no doggone jumper cables?
Oh, I got whooping with jumper cables too. But I'm talking about the little things that stretch.
So what was
the bungee? I know what you're talking about. The bungee
so what was your gaslighting that though?
From my mama? Mm-hmm. Oh, she said the usual. You calling me a lie? What else she do? She never say, this gonna hurt me more than it hurt you. No, she was trying to bust your ass. she knew it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
And she used to shut up before I give you something to cry for.
That's gaslighting.
Yeah.
That's most certainly gaslighting. Yeah. I think I'm with Coco. 90% of the parents out here was gaslighting. And the thing is, we gaslight our kids now.
I wonder, do I do that? I gotta check myself.
Oh, we 100% gaslight our kids now. You can't raise kids without gaslighting. It's almost impossible.
I don't know. I
don't know.
What would I say? What have I said to them? They so smart now, though. They are. They just so above.
My kid might Tori might look at me and be like, "Mom, you're gaslighting. You're not gonna really do that."
Right.
So, all right, story time. Speaking of Tori, so this morning she didn't want to get out of bed. So we were fighting this morning. I'm pretty sure I was gaslighting her, and she didn't want to get out of bed. And she wakes up and she says, "Mom, why'd you lock the door on Santa?" And I'm going, "Lock the door on Santa? What are you talking about?" And she says, "Why'd you lock the door on Santa?" I said, "Tori, I did not lock the door on Santa. You were dreaming." She said, "I was dreaming." I said, "Yeah." She said, "You know what? I want to lock the door on myself." I said, "Why do you want to lock the door on yourself?" She looked me dead in the face, straight face, no smile, and said, "So I can go back to sleep." Get out that bed. Because I feel like at that point, the whole Santa thing was a rule so she could set up her punchline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at that point, she knew I was going to say she was dreaming, and she already had her rebuttal set up.
Yeah. I think the kids are gaslighting us because when you try to reprimand them or you try to get on them, they always try to make you feel like you just coming down so hard on them and they got so many pressures and this, that, and other. You be like, all you got to do is just go to school
And come home.
Right.
What are you so stressed about?
Oh my God, I'm so stressed. My anxiety.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, what's going on?
One of my daughters.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yes. About bullies. So you did you go to Emerson? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I went to Emerson for 8th grade. I absolutely hate that school and everything about that school.
Why you got beef with Emerson?
If it was a Columbine back in the day,
the views and opinions
that's how bad I hate
expressed by
Emerson.
Tad.
It's
Just Tad.
So every day, everybody in the school would go ham on me. Everybody. And we in the lunchroom one day, and you know, back in the day, the lunchroom was a gym.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
The whole gym going ham on me. The teacher's not helping. They just letting them talk crap about me and bully me. And I ain't talking about a couple of people.
The whole
lunchroom. All the kids, the teachers, nobody doing nothing.
Yeah, Tad would have came
Nothing
back.
at all. And so,
tell that kid to look at you and be like, I'll be back tomorrow.
oh yeah, so I got up. I'm in 8th grade. I got up out the lunchroom, ran to my locker, got my coat, and went home. And then you know what my parents did?
Made you go back.
Made me go right back to school. After all that bullying that I got. But I got hard that day.
It's going to make you tougher, Ty.
Oh, it made me tough because I went ham on everybody else. Girls, guys, anybody could get it.
It's going to make you tougher.
My mama told me to
Tell you.
They all got it.
You long. No.
Everybody got it.
Everybody got it.
So I want to go back to this thing about pointing out how you feel about something. And the only analogy that keeps popping into my head is the fact that you tell me how you feel about something, I tell you about how I feel about something. Now, we both could be right. It's just a matter of opinion.
Perspective.
You say leave the toilet seat down. I say leave it up. You say I want it down because when I go in the bathroom, it's already down. I'm ready to go. I'm like, well, I want
it up for that
so
same reason.
Right.
The same way I could go in there and lift it up to do what I got to do.
You can
You
push
can
it
put it
down.
down.
Right.
Now, a person might say, oh, you are gaslighting or you narcissist, whatever word they choose for the day, but we both right.
Let me tell you how you're wrong now.
Oh.
And here's the thing, and I'm going to say this strictly on the nature of a toilet, not because I give a crap about the toilet seat being
I'm
up.
with you.
Like I have never in
That's
the
never been
history
an
of
argument.
Robindom had an argument
Okay.
about
But
the
that was
toilet
just an
seat
example
being
to
up.
say we both could be right.
But I'm gonna tell you how you're not though.
Okay.
The reason you're not right is because a toilet seat has a seat and a top. What is the freaking point of it having a top if it's not supposed to be closed? Everything that has a lid, you put it on it,
Okay,
don't you?
but
Okay.
with that logic, then I am to lower the seat and the top.
lid, yeah.
So you
Yes.
still need to
The
pull
lid.
something up.
But that would have been my argument. Like, okay, but the toilet has a seat and a lid. Close the entire thing. And actually, germ-wise, in your bathroom, you're supposed to close the toilet.
But-
you're actually supposed to close it before you flush because the particles get in the air, get all over your toothbrush, stuff like that, anything else that's in the bathroom. So technically, you are wrong for that situation. I'm sorry.
But either way, you
sorry.
still got to lift it up.
So that's the part that I'd be like, that's the part where when the debate comes into play, when it's like, when you use that as your reasoning and I say, well, and I give you my reasoning, like who's gaslighting or who's who? It's just a matter of opinion. So I take it a step further. If I say to you, hey, you always seem to have an attitude. You never have a good day. This, that, and the other. There's always something wrong. Like, why you always got a chip on your shoulder? And you say to me, it's because you don't ever address my feelings. You don't care. You this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, I don't want to address your feelings because you told me you want to be left alone. Like it could go back and forth. And it's just like, I don't know who's gaslighting. Do I leave you alone? Do I talk about it? Do I address it? This,
Everything ain't gaslighting. That's why I mean that us as black people, we get these terms.
It ain't just us as black people.
We latch on.
It ain't just
to
us
them.
as black people. It's society now.
But we're good at latching on to terms, and then everybody is doing it except for you.
So here's one of the things that I've seen as gaslighting. I'm upset with you about something.
Okay.
Like, you wrong. Two left shoes, you wrong.
Right.
Like seriously, you wrong.
And we both know I'm wrong.
We both know
I'm wrong.
you wrong.
Okay, I'm just following. Okay.
But instead of saying, I'm wrong and I apologize,
Okay.
you instead find something that I am wrong or have been wrong about.
That's woman 101.
That's accountability. That, to me, that's
No, player.
No.
She absolutely right. When you got a woman backed in a corner and she wrong,
See-
then she be like, you know what? Last month,
That's gaslighting.
Yes,
That's gaslighting.
That's straight up.
That's
yes.
gaslighting. That is one of the purest. That is one, because there's two pure forms of gaslighting.
Right.
That's one of them. That is one of the purest forms of gaslighting, because that's the one that can make you think you crazy.
Right.
But that's one of the purest
Instead
forms of
of dealing
gaslighting.
with
Because
what's
if
going
you're
on
dealing
right
with
now
somebody,
today.
if you're dealing with somebody that refuses to take accountability and refuses to apologize, and no matter what the situation is, they, you know what I'm saying, go pull back last year, last month, 3
Right.
days ago, whatever the case may be, the last argument y'all had, whatever the case may be, and find your fault in that instead of dealing with their fault in this exact situation.
right.
Not only is it gaslighting, but if we're talking to our couples out there, and like I really want to drive this home to our couples out there, it's counterproductive to your relationship. It's counterproductive to your marriage. You know, I am a huge advocate of fighting fair, and what that means is you fight about what we're fighting about here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna fight about this. This is what the fight was about. This is what we address. This is what we do. Neither of us should be able to go back and then last month and
But that's so hard when you trying to
goddamn
get-
it, last
but
month.
you know what? That's so
that's
hard.
wrong for
It's
both of us.
only so hard because we all try to win a fight.
But
Exactly,
see, hold on.
exactly.
The other part
Versus
the
actually
other
come
part
to
that,
a
Yeah.
Right.
amicable solution.
Right.
Yeah,
But the
absolutely.
other part to that is that I'm trying to remind you, because now you're gaslighting me like you don't never do nothing wrong, but I'm trying to remind you, like if you always tell me, hey,
But here's
bro,
the thing.
keep my refrigerator closed, you always leave the refrigerator open, and today you like.
Here's the thing. You trying to remind me that I do wrong too. That's exactly what you just said.
Okay, but I'm saying-
listen to me. Listen to me. You're trying
That
to
ain't the
remind
original
me
fight.
that I do wrong too.
No, okay, so this is what.
What did that have to
No,
do
this is what I'm saying.
With the fight.
with the fight?
This is
we
what I'm saying.
talking
Hold on, hold
about
on.
you now.
And what you
Okay, so
did
back to my-
today.
We're talking about me. We talking about you.
You.
But no, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, you as the person that's trying to tell me how wrong I am about leaving the refrigerator open, and I'm like, why you getting so mad about the refrigerator open? You act like this is the first time this is the first time I left the refrigerator open. You gonna say, hold on, you forgot about the 12 times I told you before?
No, that ain't
No.
gaslighting.
That's
It's
not
the same
gaslighting. That's
argument.
relevant.
It's
That's
the
relevant.
same argument.
That's the same argument.
Right.
But if you say, why you leave the front door open? And I be like, dude, this is the first time I done left that front door open. Well, last week you left the refrigerator open.
Right.
Now
I'm just
you
tired of
can't-
it being open.
Now
You left
can't-
bag of chips open?
Now you can't.
You just open.
You
You
just
open
out
book.
here open. And I'm sitting there going,
And now your mouth open.
I'm over here going,
Shut up and listen.
I was trying to go get the mail though.
Right.
Okay.
That's
okay.
when it like you listen. I
That's our
really
environment to live in.
I really beg couples to fight fair. Like, don't know gaslighting. You don't have to win every argument, and that's pretty much the problem with gaslighting.
People want to win.
Gaslighting occurs because you're trying to win, and in a relationship, there should not be anybody trying to win. You should be trying to find a common ground to live together and be happy together and coexist together, not win.
Right.
But people want to be right more than they want to be happy.
That is the honest to God truth.
Which is really sad.
I usually do not agree with stuff you say. But that is
every now and again, I got some gems.
A broke clock is right twice a day.
Yes.
Because that is the honest to God truth. People want to be right more than they want to be happy.
Are you gaslighting Ty right now?
No, I genuinely agree with what he said.
Because that to me, that was like the part that I was starting to understand about gaslighting. It's like you telling somebody what they want to hear with no intentions. So it's like,
okay.
That's
You remember I said there
like,
was two main parts of gaslighting.
So it's like I'm trying to pretend to invest in all this and no intentions on doing anything with you, but I want to get something from you. So I'm like, oh yeah, girl, you the finest thing I ever saw in my life. You knowing doggone well she over there looking like
Freddie Jackson.
Fat Freddie.
Freddie Jackson, not skinny Luther, big Luther. You out here looking like Big Luther with the curl that ain't quite right.
You know she got money and you trying to get stuff on. But here's the thing. Don't act like the flip side of it.
Yeah.
Like Flavor Flav. And that's
they
my
was
dog.
all gaslighting. All 50 of them bras.
Hold on. Like all
50
this
of them
stuff
bras.
in society is like, but then you look at it like this. Most of the time, the personality people are online, like all of these Instagram models that's doing all this stuff and getting attention for likes. You see them in person and they like, don't talk to me like that. You like, hold on, you half naked on your Instagram and all 300 of your pictures.
She gaslight with her body.
But now you want me to come and talk to you like you an individual.
Can you body gaslight?
I don't know.
Can you gaslight with your body?
Yeah, because that's not even you. That's not even you. You're lying.
So that's actually what you mentioned is, you remember I told you there's two main sides of gaslighting. So there's the can't admit when you're wrong and flip every argument, making people think you crazy.
Right.
Making people think the other person is crazy or making that person think they're crazy. And then there is the I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, even if it's not true. Even if I don't mean it, to get what I want. And that's the one that's the most popular that we hear about. That's the one that people be on TikTok talking about. That's the one that's the most popular. Like somebody does something to somebody and instead of, just, coming out and saying they did it, it's a whole thing, or in relationships, you got a guy that, because the whole thing, one of the big things, they talk about love bombing and they talking about gaslighting. And, I do want to break down love bombing a little further than we did when Mara was on the show, because I did a little more research about love bombing and I don't necessarily agree with it.
What's love bombing?
So love bombing is supposed to be a situation where a guy is all into you really quick. Like y'all met yesterday and today, you are the love of his life and he's showering you with gifts and he buying you things and he calling you, and that's what love bombing is supposed to be like. Oh, he love bombed me because after we slept together, he left me, or whatever the case may be. So, love bombing gets that really bad reputation. And so love bombed me. But what I don't agree with about love bombing is sometimes love bombing can be genuine and nobody accepts that part of it. It's like, oh girl, he love bombed you, or he was love bombing. But sometimes love bombing can be 100% genuine. When my husband and I met, he love bombed me. Like he really did. And I did it to him too. We, with each other, we put our best foot forward and, kind of gave each other everything that the other one was missing. We were both coming out of marriages. We were both dealing with things, and we both off rip gave each other everything the other one was missing. And we went to this whirlwind relationship. And by the time we settled out of the clouds, we were married with a baby on the way. And that's when the real happened. That's when stuff got real. That was when, we had to really get to know each other, and we had to really know who the other one was. Yeah, we had been living together and all that stuff, but we were so busy love bombing.
But how is that different than just that two people meeting each other and they trying to just present the best representation?
Well,
of
because
themselves?
it becomes
It's
love
bombing
when it's quick. You know, you don't know a bomb coming.
Or when they perceive that he did something negative.
No,
or whatever afterwards. Like he showered upon you, you gave him the goods, and now he's out. So he just
maybe the
bombed.
goods wasn't good, and he was just like, all right, this ain't.
Well, you know, everybody need an excuse for why it's not their fault. So they just say he love bombed me instead of
like he said. You rather be right than happy.
Right. Rather than say your box is trash.
You just like, I'm out.
No, you just
I'm
like,
saying,
he love bombed me instead of saying, no,
Oh,
sweetie,
yeah.
my box was trash.
Right, and you need to work
It's
on your
broke.
trash ass box.
It really time.
Yeah,
Just
they
like that.
rather just say you love bomb.
Yeah, I mean, but they do.
They
They
would
all
say
the time.
that's
though.
I know they be like, oh, he only went 2 minutes. He had a little wee wee girl.
Not a wee wee.
He couldn't keep it up for long, girl. How I supposed
Why
to
you
stay with
sound
that?
like Geraldine though? Why you gotta sound
And why
like?
you use the word wee wee?
I don't know. That's what I presume you women be saying.
That's what you think we say.
Right.
I've never used the word wee wee in my life
And it
talking
ain't
to my
like we
girl.
can go to our boys like, dog, she love bombed me. She just took the box from me. And now she don't want to talk to me no more.
No.
You sure, dog, it ain't because your little wee wee?
What time is it?
If it's tiny, you got a wee wee.
I heard that. I ain't heard that word.
Since I was potty training my son.
Right.
Who said? She said he got a small wee wee.
Ty, I can assure you right now in front of all of our guests that me and my girls have never
Maybe you ain't came across a wee wee.
set up. No. Listen to me. I didn't say that we have not come across what could be classified as a wee wee. What I'm promising you is we've never said
Called
it.
it a wee wee.
We've
Stay
never
far
said that.
away from any woman that says this dude got a
Got a
wee-wee.
little wee wee. I'm looking.
just-
You
Who you
pedophile.
wanna be? You wanna be the girl or the dude?
I'm gonna be over there and be like, ma'am, you are a child molester. Over here talking about he had a little wee wee. Ooh, child, not the
But yeah,
wee
but
wee.
no, like that. Look, they started off. Everything was good, and I found out like he just wasn't efficient in that department.
Right.
And y'all to be like, girl, everything else he checked all my boxes. He got money. He educated.
You don't check all
he
my
dressed-
boxes if you
he
got a little
dressed-
wee wee. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is like my second box. So you can't say that you checked all my boxes if you have a small wee wee. Listen, okay. We were joking.
Okay. So if he don't check all your boxes, just saying in general, because a small wee wee, can guys say you don't check my box because your box trash?
They can. That's on them.
Okay. I guess we need to start being more direct
That's
with
on
females.
them.
So why you don't want to be with me no more? You got
Because your box
trash ass
trash.
box.
So listen. We was having a conversation the other day. We was just sitting at home laughing the other day. And it was, I don't remember what it was. We were, I definitely said little Woody Woodpecker. All right. And we were just joking around about, I don't even remember what it was we were talking about. We weren't directly talking about penises. Right. We were talking about something else. And I was like, man, I said something like, man, that's too small. And my husband made the comment like, I thought you said size don't matter. And I looked him dead in his face and said, I've never, ever in my life said that size don't matter. And it went to this, he and I kind of went into this rabbit hole because he asked me, we were talking about size matter, and he specifically asked me like, like what's the size? And I what I told him was, I said, listen, small can't give you good D. Big can give you bad D. Like when I say size don't matter, it's because, like, if you hear a woman say size don't matter, it's because if you have anything from medium, large to extra large, you're in a good space. However, you can still give me bad D, medium, large, or extra large. I've had big penis that was absolutely trash. Absolutely trash. However, you working with a handicap if you already got a small wee-wee, because under no circumstances, if your wee-wee small, are you gonna give me any type of gratification or any type of satisfaction? Sir, you don't even have the equipment to do it.
But there's other ways. It's not his
No,
It's not that man's fault.
No.
It's not that man's.
I know.
That's what. Listen, I personally don't have that issue with that problem.
You gotta
That's
put
your
out a
disclaimer.
disclaimer.
Let me just speak for myself real quick. I'm not speaking from that point of view, but I'm just saying it's y'all be acting like this brother stood in the line and was like, yeah, let me get the small one. He didn't do that. He did not stand in the line and was like, you know what? No, not that one. Let me get that thimble. Let me get that thumbtack.
I want to struggle through life.
No, he didn't ask for that. So it's not his fault. So he probably realized that as
He got about 15 and realized, oh man.
Yeah, so he had to step up his game. He's like, you know what? Let me be funny. Let me be charming. Let me know how to
Do other stuff.
Right. Let me figure this out, because I know once the lights come on, there's a possibility that all my hopes and dreams.
Will she be in that boy like, are you in? Yeah.
He'd be lucky if it got there first. He'd be like, okay, now let me do you.
Okay, we're done. We are done, because
Daddy.
we have flipped the script on this topic yet again.
Oh my God.
Now look at her all choky just to make you feel good. She all choky sounding just to make you feel good. Gaslight. Don't gaslight me. Do not gaslight me. If I ain't choky, don't be making the gargle sounds. Doggone it. Women out here gaslighting dudes.
Joking, so yeah.
And then he get around his homeboys like, yeah, boy, I'll put in that work. And she over there laughing at you with her homegirls. Like a whistle.
She done gaslight her.
I'm done. All right, we gotta make some sense of this. Are we good?
Oh my God.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's gaslighting.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing that. Okay, so let me ask, this is my final thing about gaslight. Is it gaslighting for us men when you say, I want a real dude, but everything about her is fake? And I'm not just talking about the physical stuff. I'm talking about who she is as a person.
So check this out.
How she carry herself, everything. Like, we know, we got the enhancers and we got the all that stuff. What's the difference between gaslighting and catfishing me?
So it's only gaslighting if she pretended like it wasn't fake.
What?
It's only gaslighting if she pretended like it
So
wasn't
she fake. How you fake it with somebody and pretend like you ain't faking?
We're not even talking about that no
Oh,
more.
my bad.
I don't know.
We ain't even talking about that no more.
He missed my whole question.
Yeah, I did. I absolutely did.
Catch up, Mustard. That ain't even what we talking about no more. So, no, Mike, she only gaslit you if in the process of her, I want a real dude, this, that, and the third, she lies about all the fake that she's operating in.
Right.
That's when it becomes gaslighting.
Like she all like, I gotta have Chanel, I gotta have Gucci, this, that, and other.
But all your shit from DHgate.
Your stuff fake.
Right.
And you trying to tell me, here it is. Oh no, I drink Don Julio 1942.
Half of yesterday, you was drinking that Jose Cuervo.
Right.
And I saw you.
What you drink when you buying? That's what I want to know. Don't tell me what you drinking because I'm buying. Tell me what you drink when you buying. So you trying to gas like
over here buying shots of Absolute.
Yeah, you bougie this and another. But when you out with your homegirls, y'all ain't got the 942 at the table. You got something else. That to me, that's a whole.
That's why we drink black, because it don't matter what you drink if it's black owned, you gonna get a good product.
Yeah,
that's why we
sure,
drink black.
sure.
Shout out to our black owned products. That's why we drink black. Because we ain't got to rely on a name when you drink black. Don't get me wrong. We got some major names, but we ain't got to rely on a name when you drink black. Because if you know it's black owned, it is a 97% chance that joint going to be the truth.
Because it ain't owned by Pookie.
I ain't buying nothing Pookie on. I ain't buying
You went down
nothing
with the
Pookie.
Shan Pipple.
Right.
The Shan Pipple.
Pookie done made it in his tub. I ain't
Remember, what's his name? The comedian, bald head, Dave Chappelle had the crackhead was selling something.
Nah, I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that. So, in essence, I think there are a lot of loose interpretations of gaslighting. Like, and we got about 4 minutes before we do our final thought. But I think there's a lot of loose interpretations of gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think just like what we talked about, you know, toxic and narcissists and stuff like that, like it was overused. I think gaslighting is also overused. However, because it's overused, I think gaslighters actually use the fact that it's overused to deny their gaslighting.
Just trying to say I'm a gaslighter. Ain't nobody like no gas on you.
Exactly.
And that's what they doing.
That's exactly what you doing. But because it's overused, you done gave gaslighters a scapegoat to be like, oh, so you done learned that on TikTok. Now that's what you said. Like, nah, dog, you are real life gaslighting.
But it was simple back in the day. It was just like back in the, like if you heard like your mom and them talking about somebody, they like, hey, he a low down dirty dog. Don't mess with him.
Right, not a gaslighter.
He just no good. He a liar.
A
He just cut to the chase.
He low down.
Ain't no good at all. That's just
you know what? I think that's what we should do.
What?
We should get back to the basics. We should start calling heifer scallywags.
And heifers.
And heifer. I said we should start calling heifers scallywags. We need to let go of toxic and narcissists and gaslight and get back to the basics. Look, what was that one song that they was like, he
you a liar, a cheater,
a lying trencher, don't you?
Yeah.
You a lying trencher. What Coco is? She still watching Coco.
lying trencher.
A lying trencher, don't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get back to the basics. I'm not gonna call nobody toxic. I'm not gonna call nobody a gaslighter.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit up and call nobody. You're not love bombing. I'm gonna just call it what it is. I'm going back at old school.
We going back. Listen here, Ty. Stay away from them skeezers.
Yep.
It's hard.
Yep. Leave the skeezers alone.
Skeezers.
Leave the skeezers alone.
We got too many.
Freaking hoochie mamas.
Yep.
We kept it simple. You can understand our terms. Now you got to go do a whole
Yeah,
dissertation.
Coco said just call them tackheads. You old tackhead heifer.
Yeah, we got too many. It's too political. It's too pretty. It's too pretty right now.
Right.
It's too
Because
pretty.
here's the thing: the terms that back in the day they called them, we knew what that meant.
Yes.
Hoes.
We knew
versus
it.
spots.
We knew it. We knew. You know, you
She
got
just
to.
a hoe.
I legitimately had to sit down and do research about gaslighting
Right.
today. Now, if you'd have told me he was a low down dirty dog, I wouldn't have had to do no research.
Listen.
I know what a low down dirty dog is.
Listen, when I first heard the term gaslighter, I was like, okay,
You jive turkey.
No, the dude that come out to your house and light your furnace. That's the
That's
gas.
what you- that's what you
that's
thought.
what I-
Gaslighter.
As you thought.
That's it. There's your gaslighter.
I'm just saying, we gonna go JOO going back to the
We need
basics.
a list of terms. We need the top 10.
We gonna make
Old
a
school
we
term.
gonna post a JOO term list, and that's what we going back to. You
is
not
equivalent to.
you not you want to call him a gaslighter? If he this type of gaslighting, this what he is. If he this type of gaslighting,
Lying ass fool.
he a fish head fool.
You sucker.
Y'all,
Let me tell you something, sucker.
sucker is one I'm about to start using. Yeah, listen,
Here,
here, sucker.
Jack. You ain't gonna tell me nothing, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been simple.
Look at Jack, yeah,
No.
sucker.
Well, this is how they start prettying it up. Oh, she ain't nothing but a Jezebel.
Ooh, not Jezebel. You gonna have her eaten by dogs.
Oh, the original hoe was the Delilah.
I'm done. I'm done.
So check this out.
I am done.
No, it wasn't the original.
I'm about to
hoe,
say
wasn't
no.
Delilah.
I'm about to say Delilah
It
was not a-
Mary.
You know what? Thank y'all for watching Just Our Opinion.
It was. Mary was a hoe.
Thank y'all for watching Just Our Opinion.
Look it up in
This
the
is,
Bible. Mary.
This has been
not the original Mother Mary, but the other Mary that was. Wait a minute. Why was Mary?
no,
Mary
no,
Magdalene.
no.
Mary Magdalene.
Okay, that's the Mary you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, she was a hoe.
She was a hoe.
She was a hoe.
But
yes.
wait a minute.
Because it was way too many Marys involved in that.
Why was Jesus' mama hanging around with Mary the hoe?
Because Jesus had forgiven her, and he did the whole draw the line in the sand and wrote the people's sins down, and it was like, he who without sin cast the first stone, and she turned her life around, she repented, and she wasn't a hoe no more.
Okay, so we got two terms. Mary Magdalene was the first hoe, and she was the first hoe turned to a housewife.
Ooh, child.
Don't let Ty teach y'all kids Bible class.
Ty is not allowed to teach Sunday school. Ty is not allowed to teach Sunday school.
Jesus, you can turn hoes to
Wait a minute, though. I should be the one to talk. I taught children's church this past weekend, right? This past Sunday. And I'm talking like the toddlers, for I think it's like 6 and under, right? And I taught them about David and Goliath, right? So their parents come to pick them up from children's church, and they're like, "Oh, baby, what did you learn in children's church today?" Their kids look at them and be like, "David cut the bully's head off and took it to the king." That's not what
That's how they interpret it.
that was. Okay, that's what I said, but that ain't what.
That ain't the lesson.
So I had parents looking at me like, you taught my 4-year-old
The cut
that
bully's
David
head off?
cut the bully's head off and took it to. I was like, see, that ain't even. They took that way out of context. That ain't what I meant. That ain't even what I meant.
No. So
my mom in the comments and said that's what Tori told her because she was there.
No, like real quick, like my son looked at me. We had took him to the Easter play, you know, and he young, and this the first time. I mean, they really put the production together well. They had the people bringing them Jesus out on the cross and everything like that. So I'm explaining and narrating to him what's going on. I'm like, yeah, that's Jesus. He on the cross. He died for our sins. This, that, and the other. So they get to the part of the play where he come out the tomb and they show him rising up. My son looked me dead in the face and said, if they would have chopped his head off, he wouldn't have came back. I said, bro, you need to be in the front row. What? Did you? And the lady behind me was like, what did you get? I said, sir, I said he still got all power. He would have came back.
Like, sir, he still would have came back.
But in his mind, he like, if you trying to eliminate the threat,
because your son play Call of Duty.
Headshots only.
He said if they would have chopped his head off, he wouldn't have came back. I said, bro, he would have came back.
You need to get him back in church.
I do.
Right. Put some oils on.
He need to be in the Lord's house, child.
I said, you need to move up to the front row. You don't need to be back here with us. You need to pay attention.
Yeah, he need to be in the Lord's church. But yeah, so I unfortunately, that was how I taught the story because, you know, I'm trying to make it relatable to toddlers and stuff. So that was like how I taught it. But y'all wasn't supposed to go tell y'all mamas that. Like, for real. Y'all, Tori, you wasn't supposed to go tell your grandma that I told you that David cut the bully's head off and took it to the king. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids talk too much.
Right.
You can't tell them nothing.
They're the number one.
So we got to come up on our finals.
All right, we're going to hit that final thought. Ty, what you got about gaslighting?
I ain't usually first. Michael
You
is.
first today.
Because you gaslight me. That's my final thought. Nah, Michael.
How exactly did I
Because you
gaslight
did.
you?
And now you trying to say my feelings not valid? You add no?
Got her. I'm about to absorb this.
Got her.
What? Now that I have a full understanding of what gaslighting is, I am about to use it like it's never been used before. I'm gonna be
permanent vocabulary.
I'm gonna be at the cell phone company like y'all trying to gaslight me. I'm gonna be everywhere with
they are gaslighters.
They gaslight off my bank account.
Because they be in that boy like, you gonna get a free phone, you gonna get a free iPhone, you gonna get a free this, and then you get your bill this $37,000.
Right.
They telling you ain't no. It's $19.99 is all I'm paying for the phone. Yes. You get your bill them up $200.
$37,000.
Taxes and fees apply.
Exactly. That's gaslighting. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
they
using
gaslighting.
it. So yes, I have learned something.
I'm calling
today.
DTE tomorrow.
Everybody. I'm going downtown with my gaslighting picket sign. And I'm
cell phone companies.
Everybody.
Right.
All right. So my final thought is just let's stop calling it gaslight. You're just being an asshole. Like, there's a lot of things that we can just bundle into you're being an asshole. You're not toxic, you're an asshole. You're not a narcissist, you're an asshole. You're not gaslighting, you're being an asshole. So let's make it simple. Like we said, we're going back to the original words. We're going to call a spade a spade. You're not gaslighting me, dude, you're being an asshole. And that's my final thought. Okay. I'm going to just start telling people, stop being an asshole.
Yep.
That's it.
I'm with it.
How's that? That's simple enough. All right. Listen, thank y'all for kicking it with us today. Thank y'all even more for waiting on us while y'all see we were setting up the other studio today. We appreciate the heck out of y'all. We love y'all because we know y'all roll with JOO. So JOO 100% rolls with y'all. Within the next couple of months, I'm thinking about right before Labor Day, we're gonna have a live JOO dating game show. So I am excited about that. I'm trying to work out the venue now. I'll be so busy, so busy.
When is Labor Day?
First Monday in September.
Oh, okay.
On Labor Day.
Yeah, first Monday in September. Oh, it's your birthday Labor Day this year?
Well, we can find.
I think I got it next year. Because my birthday the 7th. I think I got it next year. I think the first Monday is the 7th next year. So
we're gonna be one of the bachelorettes, Angel.
We're gonna do JOO is gonna vet the bachelors and bachelorettes, and we're gonna play the dating game with some people live. And JOO gonna sponsor their first date. We're gonna hook it up with some restaurants that we know and sponsor their first date, and then y'all gonna have to come on the show and tell us how it went. So we'll be doing that by the end of the summer. I can't wait to do that. That's gonna be really, really exciting. Again, we are in Brooklyn for Taste of Black Spirits, Brooklyn, June 29th and 30th. I'm too excited about that because your girl need a vacation. And I know I'm gonna be working, but I'm not gonna be working and home and school, and like I'm gonna be able to breathe for a bit. So I'm really excited about that. So thank y'all so much for kicking it with us. Thank y'all even more for waiting on us tonight. We love y'all. This has been Just Our Opinion with Robin.
Mike.
I'm waiting for her to get my close up.
There it is.
And
don't be a gaslighter, people. Peace.
Deuces.
His name is not Ty.
It is.